All right. Hello. Welcome in, Collective, to another reading. Thank you all for being here and for all the support. The likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and hypes on the videos. It truly means the world to me. It helps get the message out of how to properly read tarot, or the secrets, the sacreds, really, of tarot. For Dr. Malachi Z. he will be coming home. The master teacher, the one that teach anyone anything about anything that's being talked about, whether religion or spiritual wise, when it comes down to cracking the truth of what God is, or spirituality, or what these extraterrestrial beings are, and etc. Regardless, so hopefully you all have had a wonderful rest, a wonderful rising, whatever it's going on right now. I hope it's just going really well for you. But yeah, let's jump in and see what's going on. Let's see what card we get today. We get the High Priestess reverse. The High Priestess reverse, which, if I am correct, is Pisces. Yes, I am. Okay, cool. This is a very important card when it's inverted, in my eyes, as it shows the greatest fallacy of man, which is not receiving or even knowing that there is a deeper reason behind why something is happening. People like to think that a situation is deep only if it involves someone else. And when they think that, they don't think about the other person also being them. They think of this other person as an external being that they either have proof of existing or not. And they'd rather offshoot it that way, whatever the circumstance is. Oh, this isn't working out. That's not working out. The devil's got me. The government's got me. They don't want me. All these excuses. And this is going to be a shocker for a lot of people, which I don't understand why. It's in the scripture, but it was still going to shock people. Some people know, obviously, no shit Sherlock type moment, right? If you know, awesome. I'm glad that you have caught up to that type of speed with it. But people don't fail to realize that it's God. This government, this thing that's governing your mind, this obstacle, this devil is God. God, read Job. Story of God. The devil didn't choose Job. God said, why don't you go after him? Go after my number one. Go after my number one. I dare you. And they was like, all right, are you sure? You're like, yeah, go after him. I don't care. Do what you want. Go tempt me. He ain't gonna do shit. Just go tempt him. Go take shit from him. I don't care. He won't turn his against me. So what you're going through, and what, number one, everyone forgets, is God's putting you through it. No matter what your God is. Doesn't matter if you are Christian. Doesn't matter if you're fucking Buddha. Doesn't matter if you're Islam. Doesn't matter, like, if you're Native. Doesn't matter, like, what your God is doing. And if you don't have a God, the absence of your God is doing it. The absence of you being able to generate, ordinate and destroy, or operate and destroy, is a fallacy of you. So you being your own creator, with you saying that there is no other creator, then that means that you are choosing to be that creator, because that's just what you created, obviously, either consciously or unconsciously. That's what you did. So it's your God. It's you, because you are now that God, because you have claimed and live and say and preach and suppose that it is. So then there you go. There's that for you. But it's the God. It's not the devil. The devil just has permission to do it from God. The devil wouldn't be able to do it to you without God saying, yeah, go for it. So stop blaming the devil and start looking at who it is. And then when you see who it is, instead of stabbing them like a lot of people would want to do, sit back and think, why am I being tested like this? Why was Job being tested? What was the whole purpose for that? I'm not going to tell you. You got to go back and read that yourself. That's your homework. Go back and read Job. Figure this out. Figure these things out. But with the high priestess inverted being upright. Inverted being upright. Cool. Awesome brain. With the high priestess being inverted and not upright, I'll say that way. There is deeper meaning. There is a secret. There are sacreds that are not being revealed to you, and you don't even know about them. You might just be looking at the surface level of things. If this is for what is money? Money is like the number one. Like, everyone wants money. Here, if you really want to get good, like, money with, like, oh, how do I get money? Take care of your ancestors. Stop asking your ancestors. Stop asking God for stuff if you're not gonna meet them halfway and actually do things and actually be there for them and not just call them when you need stuff. That's number one. That's a huge tip for y'all. Stop making them slaves. That's not what they're supposed to be. Some of y'all are crazy out here. The rest of y'all know what you're doing. Then the other half of the rest don't know what the hell's going on at all. No, but there is a lack of seeing that. There's a lack of knowing that there's a deeper meaning. If this is for money, why can't I bring in money? Yada, yada, yada. Why is it so hard? Because you're not allowing yourself to experience the feeling of what it would feel like to have that money before getting so. You don't have a general purpose for it, or if you do have a general purpose with it, you've been shown in the past by your actions that you will go off track and off stray with it. So then you're going to need to move forward and be tested over and over again to make sure that you're actually diligent and learning your lesson because of how many failures of that same lesson that you had. Maybe it's because you refuse to actually treat yourself with that money, that when you get it, it goes to all these issues and doesn't really go to anything that's going to nurture you. Even when you do finish all these bills and stuff, you're not ever nurtured. You're still stressed. So now I need this, but you never got what you needed more. You just focused on the immediate, like, oh, sensory deprivation type thing. Like, oh, here it is. You know what I mean? This is a relationship issue. You're not giving yourself what you want in a relationship. You're not giving yourself that love, that comfort, that security, that stability, that whatever you're looking for. You're not giving yourself to it. How do you do that? I don't know. What are you wanting? That's what you got to figure out first. What are you wanting? And then you go down that path. Well, if someone else did it for me, I want them to do this, this, and that. So if you can imagine someone else doing it for you, why can't you do it for yourself? Oh, because I don't have X, Y, Z. No, but you do. Just not that exact thing. You have it in a lesser, more simplified form. Your ego took control and made it want to be this big grandiose thing because at the end of the day, that's what you think would make you feel better, rather than these small baby steps of showing you what it's meant to be, rather than just receiving your goal at once. Because once you receive that, then it's done. Now you don't have anything, and now you're back at square one. That might be something that you're not getting, is the fact that you do need to be drip fed. We as humans, or at least humans in general, have literally decreased so much in attention span that they want everything at once. They don't care about the sacreds, the patience, the actual even flow of life. They want to just run through shit and think that they know stuff. And that is not how it works. You need to take that time. You need to have that patience to learn actually what's going on. So go through these trials, go through these like stagnations with grace. Also with the high priestess, it's 2. So this is again saying that your masculine energy is going fucking crazy, which is keeping you from being nurtured. Your masculine energy is your mind, your actions outward, which you are actively doing or putting attention to. So if you're putting a lot of attention to the thoughts that are dragging you down, that's where you're spending your masculine energy. And then the response to that is your feminine energy that you're feeding back into yourself. So if your response is, I don't care, then you're showing yourself that you don't care, which is going to cause more issues. Or, oh, I just don't know why, you start playing victim, then that's the energy that you're going to be in. And, that's what you're nurturing yourself with that victim energy. So then now you need someone to be there to defend the victim, which no one is going to be there to defend that victim mentality. So it's just going to, you know what I mean? It's all of these things that you need to be aware of when it comes down to it. There's a lack of growth, a lack of maturity. And when people say growth and maturity, they tend to think like age. It has nothing to do with age. It has to do with time. And I know that's kind of confusing because people associate age with time, but age is a side effect of time. not the same. So when we say mature and growth, we're talking about soul, we're talking about experience, we're talking about your ability to maneuver with it, right? Are you matured in this? Are you seasoned? Is that a better word to use for some people? Seasoned might be better. I know that some words have a stronger pull than others for certain people, so it all depends. But you know what I mean? Like they're just more able, they're more functionable around things because they've been around it a lot. That's all it means to be mature or to have this growth, being able to grow with that aspect. But that's what's needing to happen right now is needing to sit down and face the situation, your circumstance. You need to sit down for this one. You can't be static. Sit down. This is a situation. It's sit you down and get you situated so that you can go to that circumstance and find your way out again. Back in the center of the labyrinth is what they call it, really. But you need to sit down with that feeling, with whatever's being sent to you, and really see like what's being sent to me and what am I not looking at, and what you can do. And if you're like, I don't know how to look at what I'm not looking at, what's your default thought? Oh, it's not my fault because XYZ. Look at what is your fault then. Oh, nothing. Oh, there's something. You're deflecting it though because you're not willing to see it, because you've turned that blind eye, which is why the high priestess comes in reverse. Upright, it says there's something there. There's something more, but you chose not to say it. You chose not to express it. So this might be a secret or a secret that you know that you have that you don't express out, but you use that as a sense to like help or maneuver around, or you were given like, oh, you can do this to boost boost this or do that, or here's like this, I don't know, like here's an app to like you play games to make money and stuff. Like you get that sort of thing, but you don't tell anyone about it, right? It's like it gives more than the other ones or whatever the fuck, right? That's what this is talking about, right? Kind of like holding that sacred, holding that secret, but knowing not to speak it out, knowing that it's not time to speak it out, knowing when. This is showing that you don't have any of that wisdom or reasoning or knowledge. You're just kind of floating around, looking at things outwardly, not taking time for that introspection. You might even be feeling a bit claustrophobic because of just how tensed up things are. But again, like if this is, why am I, what's stopping me from showing the world my art? The fact that you don't believe in yourself, for one, because the high priestess is all about that deeper knowing. So you don't know where you're going to go with it. You don't believe or even know that you will be a success. You've allowed that to be an uncertainty, which is your downfall. You're not showing anyone your art. So I mean, as well, I was gonna say you're not showing your art because the high priest is burning. You're not even showing it. You're not even having it. You're not even making any art or showing any art. You don't have anything to show forth. You're just going around saying, "Oh, look at this, look at that, look at that." Where's your thing to show forth for it? Well, even if it's like small stuff, even if it's like a little doodles or stuff, where's your art? Where's your physical presence, your masculine presence to show forth? Like, this is what I'm trying to nurture. You know what I mean? Again, with the moon being there, this is a subconscious mind issue. You're not delving into your subconscious mind. Also doing research on Hathor, understanding what the disc or that halo represented, with the two horns on the side, for that is the symbol of Pisces. Your two outwards, and it has a line connecting it rather than an orb. But a line is a circle, and a circle is just an orb being looked at from like a face value. So it's still there symbolically, but it's not like full. But regardless, there is something deeper that you need to look at. There is a deeper hidden secret that you're needing to see. And this deeper secret is going to unlock some form of what we're going to call magic key for buzzword effect. But no, this magic key is the key that you need to go to the next place, your answer, your solution, right? Going within and finding that is what you need to do. Going within doesn't mean you're going within and actively searching. It just means that you're allowing yourself to relax, to calm your mind, your nerves, so that you can draw forth that answer. not from above, but from below, and below is within, and so is above. They're both deep aspects of within, but you're drawing it up from that deep blue, from that nurturing element. But yeah, that is the reading. Thank you all so much for being here for the reading. But again, overall, I would just say to really kind of focus on the deeper aspect of it. Let's focus more on the spiritual aspect of things. You know what I mean? Like when you see nature, or when you're out in nature, don't just like be out in nature. Really be part of it in that moment. Really take responsibility of taking part and being act of. But this has been the reading again. Thank you so much for the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, donations, whether they're energetic or financial, and all the hypes. I really do appreciate love it. I got choked on my words. Dr. Malachi will be coming home, as always, I say, for Dr. Malachi Zioric. If you all are interested in my services or donating, I have that stuff in the description, also in the pinned comment. You can email me for all my services, books, readings, healing services, one-on-ones, all sorts of stuff, tarot classes even. Or if you want to donate, you can do so through the Chime Venmo, Cash App, Chime, all those in the description. Regardless, thank you all so much. Also, if you're wanting bonus content, you can be part of the members. We're uploading a lot more and doing stuff with them now. So if you're wanting more content or more in-depth things, be sure to be a member and support over there with that. Regardless, thank you all so much for being here. It's truly been wonderful. I enjoy this so much. I really do. I love each and every one of you to the indefities and back. Like there is no limit again. Hadis Asho Gulu Wadu.